is cold, but your heart's colder. I will wait for you.
Sake. But he's only saying it because he heard you say it.
Wascally wabbit.
You
might have to speak up quite a bit just so that microphone picks you up.
Yeah.
I like the fact your feet almost don't touch the floor. Shall we begin?
I thought we had.
Welcome, Tom and Dale. The question is, what do we want to know?
What's the message?
What's the message? Well,
I mean, do you want to see if that's picking up the sound okay?
Can you make him less Leicester?
No.
What, 3 years ago, maybe 4 years ago, we didn't have a demo vehicle at Meguiars UK. We had a meeting, end of season meeting, looking forward to planning forward for the following year. And there was a bit of a conclusion that we wanted, we pride ourselves on being an enthusiast-based brand, so we wanted to do something that was cool and bring back the fun to the brand. We all agreed that building a show car was going to be the way forward. And we were approved the budget to go and build something that we felt that would represent the brand in a way that we wanted to bring the fun back.
Being an American brand, it had to be an American car. But we didn't want to do the predictable thing of having a muscle car.
There was cries of like Mustang and Chevy and stuff around the office, wasn't there?
Yeah, so me and Tom were given half a day to search the internet on things me and Tom weren't going to tell each other what we were looking at until we both agreed to kind of turn our screens and see what the other was looking at. And when that time came, we both had the same image on our screen of a Crown Victoria in America nailing it down the highway completely on the floor.
Yeah, it was the same picture. It sounds cliche, really, really does, but we'd both found the same picture of both being black's the Meguiar's colour, because there's no hiding for a car care company, it's the best colour to have. So we wanted a cool American black car, and we probably both went about it different ways, but ended up with the same vehicle on our computer screen, so it was kind of a no-brainer.
From there the search went to find a Crown Vic in the UK, which sounds a hard task, but there's actually a fair few. There's a lot of military bases over here and a lot of collectors that like the traditional police car. So we found a lot that had the graphics, the sirens, the gun racks, everything, but they were all beaten up.
The hard part was finding one that hadn't done a beat, that hadn't been used and on a shift.
So various trips down south to various different collectors and people that owned police cars, and we found this chap who had an unmarked blue one. So we went to go look at that. It was an old school unit. It was an old school dude with his mechanic friend that had collections of American police motorbikes and the matching helmets.
Yeah, all the memorabilia and everything, yeah.
All that, and then in the corner was the black one. The chap said that he owned this solely to trip around Europe in. He says they're built like tanks, they don't skip a beat. So when we asked him, was the black one for sale, we kind of, as soon as we saw the black one, the poor blue car was completely pushed to one side. He opened the doors and it smelt like a rental car. It smelt like a brand new car. So I asked him if it was for sale, and like a good tradesman, everything was for sale. So after a bit of toing and froing, got the black one.
Ta-da.
Yeah.
Did you both have different ideas about how you wanted to go about it? Were there extremes from one end to another, or did you first start out on the same page?
It all started out with a stance. So we both saw the same picture and wanted to be lower than that one.
Yeah.
So we're both on the same page on that. We both knew that on the outside, we wanted people to know it was a police car. So it didn't come with the bull bar, but we wanted to put that on there to show people this is blatantly a police car.
Yeah.
Wheel-wise, it had to be those factory steels just to keep that hard, tough look.
We could go lower. We could go lower if we changed the tyres and wheels, but we don't want it. The point of it is to look like a cop car still.
And there was little touches on the outside, like the hand-painted pinstripes. And there was big debate about the whole protect and shine slogan, because the anal detailer part of me wants to shine and protect.
Yeah, so the
process
process
kind of follows
is,
through.
Yeah,
that process. And in America, some of the slogans are protect and serve or serve and protect.
We duelled.
You duelled like with a wand, or?
With the machine.
On unicorns.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was the first of the small touches. I mean, my favourite mod on the car, I'm sure we probably both have different favourites, but it's the 1901 on the roof. American police cars have the squad numbers on the roof, but we wanted to put the year that the company started on the roof, so it looks like a squad number, but for anyone that knows, it's the year that the company started.
The key thing for us was not to, we wanted someone to look at the car and think, that's cool, there's so many touches across it. Even a competitive car care brand, you know, we're all in the same industry, and we enjoy cars and we want them to be cool. So if we had Meguiar's plastered down the side, we wanted it to be subtle marketing, still the Meguiar's car, hence why there's the 1901 on the roof, and the protect and shine touches.
Small sheriff's badge.
Yeah, the sheriff's badge, in it, which I'm sure we'll pick up on the videos as well in a bit. But I think going back to the differences, I think on this car, externally we didn't really come across many differences, did we? We knew how we wanted it to look, we knew we didn't want to change the wheels, we knew we wanted it to still look like a cop car. When we were originally searching for a car, we were searching for a car knowing we were going to paint it. When this came up, this, other than the bonnet and the wing, this is original paint. So it was in pretty bad condition when we found it. It had been obviously well looked after and been washed with a brush daily or weekly. It was in pretty poor condition. But Dale and I, it was a week here, but both of us, a lot, so you know, it's two and a bit weeks worth of work went into bringing it back to somewhere near where it is now. I can't say what it is now, because where it's evolved to now is Dale really has taken it to another level to get the paint work. You know, it's one best paint at shows, it's incredible. And the dual sort of personality it's got is this incredible representation of our brand, where the paint is flawless, but it's warts and all, you know, there's marks around it, so people often say, oh, I can't believe you have that mark there, who painted it? It's factory paint. I think it wasn't until when we started to hit the interior modification, we had big differences on that, because we both, for me, we're a California-based business, and nothing screams California more than we've converted the front seat to a bench seat. So originally these don't come with a bench seat in. So we've fabricated the bench seat, which is still full tilt, full slide operation. For me, nothing screams California more than a red bench seat. That's Cali for me. This is when then we start to see differences.
It was the most tense.
Fight! Yeah. Someone punch someone.
Yeah, spent a long time at the trimmers discussing this, looking at fabrics.
Is that Dave the trimmer, yeah?
Yeah, and compromising. Yeah. So instead of a huge bright red, lipstick red, we've gone for a bit more subtle lower tone red. What
was your vision for the interior?
I wanted to do the bench seat, but I wanted to do a semi kind of the interior that was already in it. So a bit of a dark cloth and dark black leather, so it still looked how it's supposed to, but people could see that it had a bench seat done.
But yeah, so before we get into another debate about
overall,
but it kind of matches. I mean, it's got the big loud exhaust, which everyone knows.
We're talking about the interior, mate. So
but what I'm saying is,
let's not detract from the point. You were wrong. You got overruled.
What I'm saying, it matches the big loud exhaust. So there is little whispers of modifications on this, but there's big gestures of passion and stuff like that. So that's where we've learnt to do that. Okay.
I feel like you should cuddle, maybe.
No, don't. No.
Don't touch me.
It's not. I've come to terms with it. It's cool, and it's turned out great. It looks fantastic. You can never not notice it, and it looks incredible.
What's been your favourite trip in it? I know Tommy's been to Worthersea and stuff like that. You went to Holland?
Yeah, we both went to Holland in it to meet up with the Dutch team and be on the stand for them. It was just me and Tom. We had Nathan in the back. He took time off from the warehouse to come and jump in with us, and I think we just first road trip for us.
Well, and you know, part of what we wanted to do is engage with our customers, but also with the enthusiasts. We're car guys. We have Meguiar's businesses across Europe, so we see all of our friends and customers travelling across Europe in their cars to go to European shows, and we didn't have the opportunity to do that because we're so entrenched in shows here in the UK that the only way we could go across to Europe is by taking our own show car. So to have the opportunity to go to and join up with the Dutch team was incredible. To have a road trip up to Holland and do the trips that, you know, our friends and customers and like-minded enthusiasts do was really, really cool. That was the first trip we did, wasn't it?
Yeah, and equally going 10 miles down the road to a classic car meet. It's cruising
It
down
gets
there.
attention everywhere.
Yeah.
It gets so much attention everywhere because of the loud exhaust how well it rides on the road.
It certainly
The
feels
burnouts.
now. Say again.
The burnouts.
The burnouts.
There's a braking issue. My foot slips.
I think it's pretty cute. That's pretty much a lot.
Dale or me?
I mean, you're both kind of cute, but anyway,
Thanks.
you're welcome. I think that's a good chat.
Sorted.
So after the clock car, it's not served its purpose, but it did what you said you guys wanted it to do. It's still today bringing tons of attention. How then did you find the next project, or did you have a vision for a next project, or did it just happen naturally again?